Squirehood. Now, the preparation to be a holy and noble servant leader provided at Delone Catholic High School. Your squirehood starts at the fall open house and scholarship competition. Prepared to lead, prepared to serve, prepared for life.
Join our faith-centered community at Delone Catholic High School, a school that reinforces your family's Christian values. Our award-winning faculty and challenging extracurriculars promote development of the whole child so that each student graduates prepared to lead, prepared to serve, and prepared for life.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us here for senior night for the Squirettes varsity volleyball team. We are bringing you some bonus coverage of the JV girls game right now. I will tell you that we do not have our normal commentary set up. We're actually not running on any of our normal setup. Trying to be in multiple places at once, so bear with us if things are not as smooth as normal. But what we're going to do is, for this bonus coverage, we're just going to let the camera run. We're not going to do commentary, but we will bring you the game coverage, and then we will check back in with you with some upcoming events, things going on at school, and make sure we are live for the senior night festivities. So thank you again so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoy the coverage, bonus coverage of the JV girls volleyball. We have some activity here in the gym with the things getting set up for the senior night festivities. So bear with us. We're going to turn things over to the announcer for this evening in the gym. I think we'll be able to pick everything up okay with that. We'll have some adjustment of our cameras. We're not really sure where they're coming in at or how their flow for the evening is going to be. So just bear with us. And as soon as we know what the plan is, we will share that with you and keep things moving along tonight.
Jones She doesn't think how it's anything, you just tell her what you're going to do to do it on the team. Not to mention hanging out to the bars and getting to get that. And I'm going to work games with her, or going out to eat if you're walking through before practice. Spending time with her is on the side, especially since she isn't feeling like a part of her life, and she always tries to listen and understand your culture. Now that I've done the big qualities, the more I find most of the hires that she knows I really know about her name. She's one of the biggest hearts that I'm extremely thankful for. Overall, she's the best team that I have. I can tell you that a few months ago, I didn't understand how I had an office. I can play home with you on the practice to the team. Whenever I did, it was very easy. Even with her on the course, I was fun. She never does see me stuff. One thing I'm sure is that my mother would always be there for me. She was one person who always took out and would take care of me. Despite the situation, having somebody back at night, so I was carrying goods so that we were on this. I know I am. With that being said, I want to thank you for growing up at this school with this team and for me. I'm glad I was just running face so much this year. And I know we're all doing great things. I love you so much. You truly are not the class.
As per the requirements, Sonny is cultural. Keelan is a part of the National Spanish Honor Society, the National Honor Society, the Student Athlete Advisory Club, and the Prom Committee. After high school, Keelan plans to study chemical engineering. Keelan has played volleyball now over 4 years in high school, and during her time as an athlete, she has definitely made her mark today. It's in the walls in our Spanish class. My favorite memory of Caitlin is our time together before games. She would always drive around me and sometimes to get food and snacks. It would usually be Lamont, Chick-fil-A, and especially Starbucks. But either way, we could always have a good time together. At the remain to end of the speech, I said I'm going to leave your seat. As I move on, I will be the same for you. I'm going to miss your energy, your parties, and overall your laughter and those of vision. I'm getting nice to meet you. You stay me up after I put myself down. How you encourage me to keep pushing through, and how you always love and know in the future. I still keep you when I'm sitting with no walls. I love you, Kate, and always do so much, and I do the best I can in the future.
We'd also like to take a moment to recognize our seniors from Littlestown to come forward and please receive a gift. And let's give one more round of applause to all of our seniors.
Good evening. Sorry, I'm used to not used to not hearing myself on this. I'm going to assume that we're out. Good evening and welcome back to Sonny B. Sheppard Memorial Gym here at campus of Delone Catholic High School. This is Bill Smith, science teacher and alumnus and your announcer for tonight here for the varsity volleyball game between the Delone Squirettes and the visiting Littlestown Thunderbolts. I'm not sure how much time they're going to have to warm up. We may be jumping back into some commercial stuff, some of the Delone ads that I think actually tomorrow we're going to be having people in to start making some more stuff for us. So we'll have some more content for you coming as we finish up the fall sports and open up the winter season as it's quickly approaching. As we're watching the warm-ups, I'm going to make a few announcements, talk about some things that we have coming up. We have, after the volleyball game tonight, we have varsity football game tomorrow night against Bermudian, and we'll have an all-school mass, that would be what, Thursday, next Thursday, on October 19th here at school. We'll also have the final home football game Okay, we also have coming up on the screen here. Sorry, without hearing myself, I'm a little out of sorts. We have students kindergarten through 8th grade. We'll get free admission with a paid adult. That's tomorrow night at the football game. October 13th here, the football cheerleading band will all be there, along with Froggy 107.7 will be live on location from 5 to 7. So they'll be broadcasting and getting in crowd shots and I guess the audio from the crowd, putting us on the radio. I'd like to thank them for that. They're also working with us in part of a Broadcast Now competition that we're going to have throughout the state, but Delone's one of a handful, 7 to 10 schools that'll be participating and making some video content to explain to the world what is so great about broadcasting, especially in radio, because this year's radio is the focus. Let's see what else. We'd like to thank the following Trummer Family Dentistry and the Hanover Auto Team, as well as UPMC. Thank you for supporting the Squires. Other businesses interested in supporting our Squires can contact Matthew Thomas at mthomas@DeloneCatholic.org or visit DeloneCatholic.org/Squires Guild. The Squires Guild is something we have new this year, and it's our way to get in touch with people who might want to advertise, but also for future employers for our students, so we can get more information about that by using the QR code on the screen, or by visiting the website on the line to the left of it there. We're also working through the month here for the Toys for Tommy toy drive. It kicked off during the homecoming weekend last week, but they're still accepting donations of new toys to benefit the Johns Hopkins Snowflake Station, where parents of pediatric cancer patients can choose gifts for their children. New toys can be dropped off at the box outside the main office during regular school hours. Toys for Tommy memorializes Delone Catholic graduate Tommy Ladani from the class of 18, who passed away in November 15, 2018 from a rare form of cancer. We're also looking, especially with winter sports coming up, after we're finished with the fall sports, there's going to be a lull in the action for most of November. And as we come up, there'll be some events, a few events probably before the Christmas break, but it'll really kick into action through January and into February, and as far as some of the postseason stuff might take us. And we're actually looking for volunteers to help with stuff. We have some awesome people who we can count on a lot for volunteer stuff, but we're kind of getting bigger, and we're also kind of running into spaces where we need more hands. And if you'd like to be on air, if you'd like to help coordinate, and this is for parents and students alike, if you're interested in helping with DCBN, we'd like to cover as many games as we can for all of our sports, but we often need volunteers to make these live streams come together. And we're especially in need of on-air commentary for the senior nights when we have sports. It's actually one of the final senior nights that we have, but when we have a senior night for a sport we don't do too much with, we generally rely on, and this year we actually came up pretty good with some parents from the team. Last night we had actually Mr. and Mrs. Groves from, I think of them from the soccer team, because they have their third student coming through, and they're all playing soccer. So they helped to do commentary through the game last night. We also have people with different specialties, but if you can help in any way and you want to get involved, you can. Easiest way is to contact my school email address, and that's wsmith@DeloneCatholic.org. Just let me know who you are, and
looking forward again to next fall. If we have parents that are available for soccer or volleyball, we could cover more games.
Okay, actually Danny's just mentioning, if we're even going ahead to next year, just for field hockey and soccer, if we have parents or any, and volleyball as well, if we have parents who would just like to, share their knowledge of the game with people who are going to be watching, this really gets out to parents, grandparents, alumni. Like I think I mentioned last night, I know of groups of people like, alumni that go to Millersville. They'll get together for a football game or for senior night to just and the more people we have involved, the more we can expand the events that we do. I know sometimes it feels like I'm here all week long, because we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. But there are, I'd say, pretty much for every event we do, there's probably an event or two that we're not getting to, and we're constantly looking for ways to capture things like, I don't know what we could do with cross country. We haven't tried to do anything, and I don't know about how we would make things happen with tennis. But that's tennis is kind of like volleyball here. It's a confined space, so we might be able to do that. Cross country is kind of confined, or it's kind of unbounded. Baseball feels a little bit like that because we don't have the camera tech to cover the field. Right. And with volleyball, this is the only game we've done in part because it takes moving equipment and having people to be on air, and we simply didn't have that this year. We're growing. We have a lot of great people, but the only point I really want to make is I think we can do a lot more, and the more help we get, the better we can do. We're looking for, in the winter, boys basketball, girls basketball, and wrestling are the main ones that we have. The number of events that we can do is going to be dependent upon getting people here to do things. We'll do most, and Danny will do most of the decision making. I'll do a lot of the running of cables and setting up of cameras. So and speaking of our volunteers, we have one of our volunteers from last year. We actually have here Eddie Zapata, one of our people who does some of the camera work for us, especially with basketball.
I was in the video running around like.
Yeah, you were on. Yeah, when he was taking pictures as we had the seniors come out.
But you guys acquire any new equipment?
Well, yeah. Yeah, actually, we're just letting Eddie know that we're kind of working on our substitute equipment because we do have the main stuff up in the press box.
I almost called you guys because this lady, she approached me over at Gettysburg Church. She said her mother
Sorry, folks, we're getting the starting lineups here. Sorry for the interruption. We just had one of our volunteers come up, and he's taking still pictures for the team. And he came up and talked to us about, I guess everything we've done in the past few months since we've seen each other. But yeah, it's very, and getting things. He had ideas for basketball and things of that nature. So it's really neat if you have an interest in seeing how this works. If you've ever played any of these sports, if you're coached. I'm starting to learn that being an official, you get a different perspective on the games as well. That can be very helpful to give insight on what's happening. And it's, as much as I tend to be the guy who can at least give any sport a try, I know how important it is to be good at it and to know what you're talking about. But yeah, and speaking of which, I've noticed in all the sports, in football, we have somebody on each team because they switch the ball. Each team uses their own ball on offense. In soccer, people have people run for the extra balls. And here in volleyball, they have parents do the lines. So thanks for all of our volunteers for those things in the event itself. But I'm going to stop for, because we're going to start with the national anthem.
Now please rise and gentlemen remove your caps as we hear Junior Josie Schuster sing the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see what's around and this whose fresh stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, for the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag is still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, welcome back, and we're ready to start with our first game. The teams are assembling on the court. They're showing some sportsmanship at the beginning. Again, thanks to the spectators, the parents we have here helping the officials with the lines. We only have 2 officials for these games, and then they have volunteers do the in and out for the lines. Littlestown has the first serve. And Bones got it back with a light hit. Coming back through. Always trying to go through the setter. Nice recovery there. See what you have. And back over. Littlestown keeps the rally going. And nice kill by Meredith Kiefer. And Campbell Chronister with the serve. Back in, Olivia Tail handles it, and Meredith couldn't quite keep that one in, so the serve goes back to Littlestown. Dig by Kiefer. Back to Olivia. Sorry, Bella. Littlestown gets that one to go. Gets that one to fall, sorry. So now we're at 2-1 Littlestown. And a fault on serve. Now we have Laura Noblock serving. Noblock serving again. Littlestown puts that one away to get the serve back. And we stand here at 3-3. Have a few substitutions. Ivy Stoner came in, as did Caden Bellow. Sorry, I have her in class. I know her first name, but she was blanking on her last name. Caden Bellow. Ivy with another serve. Looks like Delone recovers, and we have some back and forth volley here. Harley Rudolph with a hit. Meredith Kiefer with the serve. And Meredith again with the hit, with the kill. So as we're still here in the first game of best of 5, we have the Squire at 7 and the Bolts 5. And Laura Noblock's returning as is Ella Hughes. No. I think Olivia Kale came back there. Stoner with the dig, and a quick one by Kaylin Squires, I believe. We have a timeout at Squirettes 10, Bolts 5. Olivia with the serve. Now back to Delone space, and we have Laura Noblock with just out. And we have some substitutions. Now Ella Hughes is back in, as is Megan Jacoby. Nice block. And that hit by Meredith almost did fall over and land in. Nice block by the Bolts. Staying here at 11-8. The Bolts do get it over. And that was a nice kill again by Meredith Kiefer. We have Marley Rudolph coming in for Olivia Kale, and Laura Noblock with the serve. Well, the Bolts are here serving to tie the game. With a deep serve. Coming back. Meredith Kiefer with a good hit, but recovered. And now a nice hit by Ella Hughes. After more substitution, that puts Abby Soner on the service line. Neither team's making many of the typical mistakes. They're both teams are playing quite clean. Now, of course, as soon as I said that, things might start, but so again, Littlestown's serving to tie the game. Now we have Meredith Kiefer back at the service line. It didn't quite have the height to get over. Meredith still serving. Still in this first game to 25. And serving the tie. And we do have a tie score here at 17 apiece in the first game. And we're coming back. With Littlestown serving. Littlestown's taking a 2-point lead. 19-17 here in the first game. Nice kill by Marley Rudolph. And a couple substitutions puts Olivia Kale on the service line for the Squirettes. She has a chance to tie the game. And she does. 19 apiece. And Squirettes take a 1-point lead. And it's tied back up at 20. Still anybody's game. Megan Jacoby back to serve. And we're tied again at 21. Despite losing the point there, Littlestown has been very good at getting hard hits back up into the air. Tied back up at 22 apiece. We've been tied at 19, 20, 21, and 22. Laura Noblock back to serve. And again, tied at 23. Caden Bello in for Laura. Nice full hit by Meredith Kiefer. Puts Squirettes back in a 1-point lead at 24-23 in the first game here. With Abby Stoner to serve for the game. Gets it in play. And Kiefer with a kill. That number 10, the setter for Littlestown. Sarah Lovelace has been very, very good, digging some hard hits out of the turf, as you would say in the outside sports. But keeping the ball in play, both teams have done a very good job at keeping the ball in play and living to have another rally. But the Squirettes took that first game 25-23. Then just to mention here in the timeout between games, we have tomorrow night we have a football game out at the JT Flaherty Field against Bermudian. And 2 weeks from tonight, we also have senior night against Hanover out at the field. And next week on Thursday, October 19th, we're going to have an all-school mass in the Delone Gym, the old gym, and we'll be broadcasting all of those events right here on DCBN, the Delone Catholic YouTube channel. And they're coming back out, getting ready for the next game. As the clock winds down, we're just about ready to start. Looks like we're going to have Campbell Cronister on the service line to begin the game. Puts the ball in play. And Littlestown can't continue the rally, so it's 1-0 Squire. Another serve. Gathered up by the Bolts. Kiefer, Cronister to Schwartz. Back to Kiefer. Cronister. Now Rudolph. And Littlestown fails to get the ball over the net, so we now have 2-0 Squirettes. Campbell serving. Back to the Squirettes and Meredith with a hit. And that hit by Littlestown was out. So we now have 3-0 Squirettes. A nice short serve by Campbell. Returned out deep by Littlestown, and they're taking a timeout with the second game 4-0. Delone finished off that last rally. That errant serve, we have 5-1 Squirettes over the Bolts in the second game. I believe we were under the net for that one. Sorry folks, we lost the scoreboard camera for a moment. We'll have it back in just a second. As the Squirettes take out a 7-3 lead. With a couple of the seems now normal substitutions. You have Abby Stoner serving. Nice block there by the Squirettes. And back to Abby for the serve. Either very well placed or fortunate serve there, but it came up very short and was very difficult to handle. So the more I look at this, the more I think I can go into the aerodynamics of volleyball. When it knuckles, if you don't have any spin on it, it can go in random directions. And with just a little bit of spin, you can get it to really sink. The Bolts regain the serve with the score Squirettes 10, Bolts 4. Might have been a little miscommunication there. But at 10-5 in the second game. Delone regains the serve. And with a substitution, that brings Caden Bella back in at the service line.
Not yet. Not yet.
The left-handed serve that seemed a little off. We're going to check and see if she's naturally left-handed or it looks like she's left-handed. Timeout taken here. So we'll be back to action in a little less than a minute. going to be coming back to the action pretty soon. I'll be calling the teams back onto the court. With Caden Bello serving for the Squirettes with a lead of 13-5 in the second game. Squires have been more successful putting pressure on the Bolts this game. The Bolts seem to be playing on their heels a little bit. But that first game, they hung in strong the whole way through. So they can come back. At any time, it seems. We're going to have Littlestown with the serve again. Squirettes 15, Bolts 6. Nice block there by, I believe that was Ella Hughes. It's hard to see the front line. I'm actually right in line with the official. Or he's just in the right spot to obscure our line a little. In comes Reese Meckley, I believe, for the first time, and for Marley Rudolph at 17-6. Squirettes 17-7. Oh, a couple of well-placed serves by number 13, Hannah Barthel. And after being on their heels for a couple of points, the Squires get the serve back up 18-9. With Amelia Posner on the serve. And we have a hit that was a little long by Meredith Kiefer. And Reese Meckley makes her presence known with a nice hit over the top of the front line. We're at 19-10, Squirettes. And we have 25. Ripley Marin came in, I believe, for Caden Bello. And Campbell Chronister doesn't get her first serve over, so we're going to go back to Littlestown for the serve at 19-11. And Reese Meckley gets it over and down. She's had good placement so far in her brief time in. I think she's very nice by Caitlin Schwartz. Give the lead back to 9 at 21-12 here in the second game. Squirettes are up 1-0 and 21-12 in the first game. That first game was 25-23. It was very close. Served by Littlestown. Gathered in by the Squirettes. Blocked back over. As the teams trade points, we're now still at a 9-point deficit for the Bolts at 22-13. Squirettes. As we got a couple more substitutions in, Abby Stoner back at the service line for the Squirettes, pardon me. And Squirettes get that point with 23-13. I think that was a carry. I'm not sure. And that is the game. It's the second game. 25 for the Squirettes, 13 for the Bolts. We're going to have another 3-minute break in between games. Oh, thanks for those announcements from our athletic director, John Rudolph. He mentioned the football game tomorrow night. Mentioned that the tennis team, the girls' tennis team, is still in the district playoffs. We had an embarrassment of riches in the county playoff. I think of the 8 people in the tournament, we had 5 of them. And then the doubles team, I believe one got first and third in the league as well. But we also have, they mentioned, a car wash for the lacrosse team Saturday from 12 to 5 at the Buffalo Wild Wings parking lot. Unfortunately, I have a lot of games to ref that day, and I think I've been watching the weather all week. I'm pretty sure it's going to rain all day, so if you want to get your car washed in the rain, you might still want to come out, grab some wings, get your car washed. And we're just about to start our third game here, with the Squirettes up 2-0 in a best of 5. Notes that we have Schwartz, Rudolph, Campbell, Knobloch, Kiefer, and Jacoby out for the Squirettes. Keeper with a nice hit, but gathered up by the Bolts. And we have Marley Rudolph set up for a hit. Blocked, but kept in play. Megan Jacoby gets it over. Back over by the Bolts. And here we come with Marley again. And finally, the run runs out. I don't want to say luck, but the run runs out for the Bolts. And we have 1-0 Squirettes. Campbell Cronister to serve. Nice kind of knuckling sinker by Campbell there, just over the net, and it just dropped. And the Bolts gather that up quite well, and hits a little bit long. So Littlestown's going to get the serve with the score standing at 2-1, Squirettes. And now that ties it up. Serve in, back to Laura, out to Laura Knob. Yep, Laura no blocks are and we're now 3-2 with Marley Rudolph serving. It's a jump serve over. And that hits out deep by the Bolts, so we keep the serve at 4-2 Squirettes and 5-2. Substitution here by the Bolts. Couple of nice blocks on that point by Schwartz and Kiefer to keep the serve here on our side of the court. Couple of more blocks, another block here. Got a rather long point, and Meredith Kiefer keeps it away from him. Hitting it off the block and down into the far side. 7-2, Squirettes. Good communication by the Squirettes. They get the ball over. Littlestown setting something up. Tries a very nicely placed hit, but doesn't get it over, or doesn't get it in. And sometimes it's not Al Harrison, it's just sometimes it's Ware. And Laura Noblock found a place for that one to land. We have another timeout, I believe, by Littlestown with the score 8-2, Squirettes. In the third game, Squirettes already leading 2-0. John Rudolph with another announcement that Catherine Kat Keller came in second in districts in golf, and she's moving on to the state playoffs. Last year, our team made it to the state playoffs for the first time ever, I believe. So we have a lot of up-and-coming programs here at Delone Catholic. And having been here off and on, when I say something, we have a lot of new teachers, and I say something about being here forever. And I say, well, forever means 35 years for me, because I was a student back in 1988. But seeing how certain programs have evolved over the course of that generation is really neat to see. Some just tend to reload, like volleyball and girls basketball and football. But some, you can see them developing in front of our eyes. Golf and tennis is just booming right now. And we have pretty new programs since I've been back in 2015. The lacrosse program has just kind of sprung up, in a sense, on the backs of the Hall family, as their boys have gone through and just brought the whole program up along with them. And I've just been reminded that the students did happen to ask Danny at lunch one day last week, I believe, if we could do more lacrosse games. And really the only thing between us and doing that is some more people to help commentate on the game, do some color, do some play-by-play. I can kind of explain what's going on, but some of the technicalities of it I don't know. I actually know some football refs who do lacrosse as well, and I'm starting to think of a possible spring sport, and I might be it. I don't know. So when the time comes, I might be able to actually understand the game, because I may have gone out of my way to learn it this winter. But we're back here with Abby Stoner serving at 11-3 Squirettes. I think that one might have caught Olivia in the proverbial no man's land where she was standing. It was hard to tell whether it was going to be in or out. And I wouldn't venture to say it was going to be out, but there was a chance. Okay, I thought that was out. Well, we have now 11-6 with a couple quick points by the Bolts to to put it closer. Nice play to keep it in. And, little miscommunication there. Nice set to nobody in particular. Nice little touch here, playing it tall by Meredith Kiefer. Laura Noblock back to serve. Nice low serve, gathered in, but they couldn't do much with it. Coming back for Meredith Kiefer, and she puts it down. So we're now at 13-6 Squirettes with a couple of substitutions. Coming in to serve is Caden Bello. I'm pretty sure we're going to be giving curtain calls to the senior players as best we can. Most of the indoor sports like to do that process. You know, giving each player, taking them off one at a time and giving them a chance to be applauded. And that was one for Laura Noblock. But as we stand here at 14-7, there's still volleyball to be played. And Littlestown has the serve. Nice dig by Caden Ballard, but takes it across. And that one didn't quite make it. So that's a point and the serve to the Squirettes. We have Marley Rudolph coming in for Olivia Kale. And she gets her send-off, gets to hug each of the coaches. And we're back to play. Good serve by Meredith. At 16-7. Nice short, well-placed serve. He always said in softball, put it where they ain't. But then again, that last one, sometimes a little bit of power behind it can help confuse the opponents too. Here we have Reese Meckley coming in for Ella Hughes as she makes her departure from the court. And Meredith has another serve at 18-7 Squirettes. Nice recovery by Abigail Stoner and a nice hit by Reese Meckley. And a kill by Marley Rudolph, making the score 19-7 Squirettes with Meredith Kiefer still on the serve. A shallow serve, but kind of high. Gathered in by the bolt. Marley Kiefer had one last hit to get it in and went off at a bad angle. So it's 19-8 Squirettes. With the ball in Littlestown's court to serve. And errant serve brings it back to the Squirettes. Caitlin Schwartz comes back in actually to let Abby Stoner off as she makes her exit. And Megan Jacoby has the serve. And a little miscommunication by Rudolph and Schwartz. They let the ball drop. but the score remains 11-point deficit for the Bolts at 20-9. Squirettes. Kaylin Schwartz was a very good hit in what might be her last play of the game here. She has a nice fiery send-off after that good kill she just had. And we have Campbell Chronister here for the serve. 21-9. Gathered in and put over by Littlestown. Back up for Marley Rudolph, and I believe that was out, but I was wondering whether it had been touched. I don't think it had been. So the score goes back over to Littlestown. The Squirettes leading 21-10 in this third game, already up 2 games to 0. And Marley Rudolph from the near side this time. Nice tap back by the Squirettes. And I believe that wasn't touched, and it sailed long. So it's going to put the score 22-10 Squirettes with Marley Rudolph at the service line. The Bolts couldn't corral the serve. So we've got Cora Chronister coming in for Campbell Chronister. As she makes her exit from the court. We stand at 23-10. And the Bolts need to get the ball over. They do. And we have Meredith Kiefer with another kill, making it 24-10 Squirettes. Kiefer's really been taking control of this game, both from the service line and from the net. And I believe that was out. That should be all. So thank you, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, from senior night here at Sonny B. Sheppard Memorial Gym at Delone Catholic High School. The Squirettes defeat the Littlestown Thunderbolts 3-0. Although that first game was 25-23, it was a very close game. Here on senior night, as we say thank you and bid farewell to our senior players, I want to remind everybody to please tune in or come out to the football game tomorrow night. We have Mass next Thursday morning, about 9:25-ish, and the 27th we have another football game as well. Then we'll be figuring out for Littlestown for the winter sports coming up. So we're winding down fall sports already, but with winter sports coming, if you want to volunteer, please get in touch with my email, wsmith@DeloneCatholic.org. And thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for coming out. Good night.